The wise woman of Abel. A few things we need to talk about. First of all is Amasa. David finally put Joab aside for several reasons and put Amasa in his place. Now it's interesting. Joab was one of David's nephew. He was the son of one of David's sisters. Amasa was another nephew, the son of another sister that he had. But also Amasa was loyal to Absalom and became Absalom's commander. Joab murdered two people. Now, when I say murder, he killed a lot more than that, but he murdered. David said he murdered these two people in a time of peace, not on the battlefield. When these two men trusted him, he murdered them. Abner was the first one, and he was the commander of Saul's army. And David was going to replace Joab and put Abner in that position, or at least that's what's thought. Joab had three reasons to kill him. One, because he was the commander of the enemy. Secondly, was revenge, because Abner had killed his brother in battle. And third, Joab loved his job. He held his position as the commander for David in high esteem, and he did not want to be replaced. So here now we have Amasa in this story. He is also the commander of an enemy army, but he is also taking his job, and so he kills him. Abel is located in the north of Israel. If you see the Sea of Galilee, oftentimes you see a little lake that's above the Sea of Galilee. It's been drained now. It's called the Hula Valley. It's a very fertile place. Well, Abel is north of that and to the east, near Dan, near today where we call Caesarea Philippi. Just so you'd know, this is where it's at. So it's far to the north. In the Bible, rarely is wisdom and logic used to defend a city. And so in this case right here, it's very unusual to have logic and wisdom used to defend a city. And even more rare in the Bible to have the wisdom of a woman used against a whole army. Now we know that Deborah was the same way. Her wisdom and insight and being a prophetess was used. Well, here we have the wise woman here that was so well respected that they overlooked their thought about women and respected her counsel. One last thing about this right here, we have Benaiah. Benaiah was mentioned as a part of Joab's team. He's just mentioned. Not much is said about it there. But I have written down several things. He was Benaiah was a member of David's 30 elite, his 30 mighty men. He was also the captain of David's guard. In this case right here, Joab made him captain over 24,000 soldiers. He was loyal to David during the revolution with Absalom. Then also it was this man who helped Nathan and the high priest to establish Solomon as king. And so Solomon makes him the commander of his army. Well, a little bit of trivia there. Come back next week when we continue on with insights on the story of the week. We'll see you next week.